And I feel like as for my youth, I feel like they don't really have a guide or a lead or somebody that's just like them that they can talk to, and they don't really have, no structure, nobody, or I could say a mentor or a leader. So I feel like we can be that leader because we look like them, and they can know that you don't have to follow or follow behind anybody else that's doing the wrong thing. You can follow somebody that look just like y'all.
I would ask, you guys are all gathered different schools in the parish. Are there going to be things instilled in your individual classrooms that you guys as a group are going to come together, have decisions made, and then instill them in the hallways that you guys all go in separately? What does that look like?
Well, I don't know. Well, good morning. My name is Talia Davis. I'm a senior at Scotlandville Magna High School. And I don't know currently yet what we're planning to do in the classroom, but I know that what we learn in here in this building, we can help with the students around our campus. Like my fellow classmates said, we're having a town hall meeting at our school. So maybe what we learn from here, we can reach on to them and they can reach on to other kids that they know at other schools around the district. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Talia. And really, to piggyback on what she's saying, we meet in here in this room with all of them. We've already had 2-3 meetings that together, and we're really trying to empower them to bring messages to their schools about police, community, and then also tell me, we've had some really good, deep conversations on telling me what I can tell our officers on how we can better connect with the youth. What do we need to do to bridge that gap and kind of build the trust, for sure.
Steve, who came up with this idea?
So something that I was looking at, I already had a adult advisory council, and so 2 things I wanted to create, which I put this one as priority, was a youth advisory council, and then also an internal advisory council made up of employees of the Baton Rouge Police Department. And so as I had this idea, I started reaching out. Mr. Tremaine Sterling really picked up the baton and ran with it, and was a good point person for it, and really got everything going. I'm glad that this is coming to fruition.
Now, how do you think the youth council is going to be different from the internal council versus the adult council?
It's a whole nother point of view, and we need all points of view at the table. Everywhere I go, people are probably tired of hearing me saying it, but I don't think we can police our way out of every problem, and we need their perspective, especially when we're looking at the rise in youth violence and offenders and victims. We need their perspective on how can you trust the police. What does it take for you to, if you see a crime, you call us. What can we do better to increase those bonds?
Now, you said Mr. Tremaine Sterling was there, and he's standing behind the camera.
Yeah, he's kind of a behind the camera person.
You don't want to get him on the mic? Okay.
Would any youth member of the council be interested in saying how they found out about the council and what kind of motivated them to join up?
Sure. Demetrius?
Good morning. My name is Demetrius Brackens. My school I go to is Terre High. I'm in 10th grade. So the way I found out about the council was I had got nominated and I was picked to join the BRPD youth. And I was so honored, and I seen what this could lead and what this type of opportunities could be. And so I'm glad I joined, and I'm glad I got my fellow youth partners to help me, and because we got to go and we're trying to set to better Baton Rouge. And this wouldn't be possible if I didn't have people encouraging me, helping me along the way.
So, Dimitri, when you got nominated, was it like someone in your school who did it, or someone from BPRD, kind of, what adult,
Well, it was Sean Wallace who nominated me. I want to thank him as well. Without him, I wouldn't be where I am.
Who is he to you?
Sean Wallace, he's a mentor, coach. He helped me get to where I need to be. He put me around new things for me to see and all that, and I just want to thank him. Without him, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now. So.
Anybody else want to share about how you got onto the council?
Good morning. My name is Erin Brown. I go to the Estroma High School, and the reason why I found out about this student council is because my principal picked me personally. She told the man that she felt like I would be the best student to do it, and at first I'm like, okay, I feel like this would be a good opportunity. And I really feel like I really need this in my community because it's too many young kids that I went to school with, and they're just dying from gun violence, not trusting police, and it's a lot going on in my community. And I feel like this program can help a lot.
Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it. Yeah, so to just be clear, we posted it on all our social media. We had open application that we talked about and put on social media for anyone to apply. But then we also specifically reached out to all the area schools inside the city and really inside the parish, to leaders, activists, principals, if you knew some young people. And so I think some of them might have felt kind of hesitant about just applying on our social media, but then we're kind of had some mentors, thankfully, that pushed them along to be here, and we're thankful for that.
Are there other youth programs like this in other neighboring parish police departments, or is this trailblazing, this first initiative? What does that mean?
So when I came up with the idea, I didn't know it already existed. So I don't know if I can take credit or not, but we did see that Houston has a very successful program, Houston Police Department in Texas. And so Mr. Tremaine actually, and we talked to them on the phone. Mr. Tremaine went out there and visited them. We have some plans to have our council and their council have some kind of meetup, mix, go bring them to Houston, and let them see that over there. So we have some things in store. I don't know anything else local in Louisiana. Houston Police Department is the only one I can really think of. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that there has been some deep conversations. What are some things y'all have discussed, and what are some things y'all plan on discussing?
So really good question. Anybody wanna? I don't want them just to hear from me. Anybody wanna? Huh?
Okay. As I said, my name is Calvin Spears. We've had a whole bunch of conversations from how students act at school, how stuff is at home. So I feel like being able to understand what he thinks when he looks at us, and him understand when we look at him, I feel like that connection is going to build and let us work together and coexist better. That's all I can say about that. And we still have to go to school. That's our last question for today.
Love it. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all being here and giving us y'all time. Great job, y'all. Go back over to the other room. Y'all get y'all stuff.
Sorry, I gotta go back.